All right, everybody, this is going to be a small podcast today. The draft is coming up in a few days. We want to save all the good content, all the good questions for later on in the week. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy this little mini episode.
And whatever your Snapchat AI tells you, don't listen to it.
Do not listen to your Snapchat AI.
It's spying on you. It's coercion.
The Snapchat AI refused to give us.
They're brainwashing you.
Exactly. Do not ask the Snapchat AI what the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL are. They are lying to you.
As of right now, heading into the 2023 NFL season, what do you think is the toughest division in football?
Well, with the Aaron Rodgers trade now, it's probably the AFC South. Or AFC East. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, whoa, my bad. Yeah. With Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, it's probably the AFC East now. That has to be probably the hardest division in football.
Yeah. I mean, QB wise, that's Josh Allen, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, and Mac Jones it's a solid. I mean, those are all really solid. Those are all teams that very well could be playoff teams. None of those I'm like, oh, it's a trash team. Those are all teams extremely capable of finishing above 500.
And even with the Patriots, like, you don't have to be like, oh, but the Patriots have Mac Jones, but you have to remember they still have Bill Belichick. So that still makes them like one of the best teams in the league. That division's going to be insane to get out of. That's probably one of the divisions where we're going to get, the winner division in the playoffs, and then the wild card spot is probably going to be one of those guys.
Yeah, I bet there's 3 teams from the AFC East in next year.
Yeah, and like, it might come back to haunt us again because everyone was saying this is what the AFC West was going to be, but this time it's probably going to be true. And it makes the NFC, like, everyone jokes about the NFC being easy. Now that Aaron's actually gone, like, it really is. There's not that many good quarterbacks in the NFC right now.
Now it's Sam Howell, and then...
Because really it goes Jalen Hurts, and then you have guys like Dak and Derek. When then you think of the AFC, and it's like you can list off already guys who are going to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, what I wanted to say is, do you think there's anything that the Packers, I think the trade was good for the Packers and the Jets. Packers got the most they probably could out of Aaron Rodgers at the age he's in. Jets getting a guy who still has a lot of talent, a lot of power, and can win now. Do you think the Packers could really just throw insult to injury and draft a wide receiver like Aaron's been asking in the first round now? If they do that, and if they go in with Jordan Love, do you think Jordan Love's going to end up being their guy this season?
Yeah, I see no reason why Jordan Love shouldn't be the guy this year. He hasn't really had a shot to. I mean, you traded up to get him, and then he hasn't really had. I mean, whenever he's had little opportunities here and there, he's looked pretty good. And I think give him the reins and see what he can do. Drafting a wide receiver is not a bad option.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on who's left of the spot that they're drafting, but their wide receiver core is pretty stripped down right now.
Yeah, and I even saw people saying, people on Twitter were saying, the Packers should try to make an offer for Trey Lance now that he's available. I'm like, I don't understand why you'd go for Trey when you have Jordan, who's been sitting here for 2 years now waiting for his shot. I think at the point the Packers are in now, where a lot of people don't expect a lot out of you now because you just got rid of your franchise quarterback. You could easily fly under the radar, be under 500, and people aren't going to be that concerned. You got to stick with the guy that you've had there for 2 years and let Jordan Love at least come out here and attempt to be that guy for your football team. If he's not, you easily move on for him a different time.
Yeah, and I think every indicator is that he has a pretty promising future. I mean, first round draft talent that they traded up to get, and if Aaron Rodgers wasn't on his team, then he probably would have been starting. There's a lot of teams where he would have already had an opportunity to start, but when you have a future Hall of Famer on your roster, then obviously he was never going to start over Aaron.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was super weird for the Packers to draft him the way they did, but
I totally agree. And it's even weird, speaking about the Trey Lance thing, it's it's been reported in the news that they've told Trey, we're going to listen to phone calls, and it's a part that Trey said he's okay with being traded. It feels like this has been such a long thing of can Trey start, can Trey not start? But to me, I'm still on the boat where it's like, dude, Trey hasn't got a chance really yet. He played against against the Bears when it was a hurricane, right? And then he was injured. He was injured most of that of the last season too. I still don't think we've seen really what Trey can do, and I think if he moves on, he'll be like, I know DCA always says when he comes on here, in the NFL now, as a rookie quarterback, you have to be good fast, or you're going to get moved on from really fast. And most guys are going to find their home on their second or third team.
Well, the weird thing with Trey that we sometimes forget about is that even heading into the draft and coming out of college, a concern was that we hadn't seen a lot of him, because even in college he didn't play that much.
Yeah.
And then 2 years in the NFL, we still haven't seen him play that much.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just crazy that like we've seen between his whole college career and his NFL career, probably not more than 20 games.
Yeah, no, exactly. And now when you have a guy like Brock Purdy taken last in the draft, but now a fan favorite and a guy who has come out and shown you that he can play really well and still hasn't lost a game. I got injured in the one, right? Hurt his elbow. Like, it's going to be really hard for like the Niners to say, yeah, this isn't our guy. Like it's going to be, I think that's why they're coming out now, and we're seeing stuff in the news where it's like Niners ready to move on from Trey. Because they got this guy, it's like, well, dude, the fans love him, the team seems to love him, the coaches seem to love him, which was in the news, it was like, or the media was kind of like, maybe that's not the case with Trey. Like, a lot of the guys on the inside, like the coaches are torn between the coaches and the upper management, were torn between, you gotta start him, he's not my guy, you gotta start him, he's not my guy. But with Brock, it's like, you take this dude last, he comes in here, and now he's a folk hero and a fan favorite. It's hard not to start that guy.
Yeah, and I feel for Trey because his rookie year getting drafted and then pretty much playing behind Jimmy all year was a weird deal, where getting drafted that early on, you would expect to be playing early on, and he didn't really get as many reps as people would have thought, and then the next year just gets hurt right away. It's stuff that's out of his control. He just hasn't gotten a chance, but it's a tough situation for him because I'm sure he recognizes like unfortunate circumstances for him, but Brock came in and won and did everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah, it's still the Niners, so maybe we'll see
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's a good QB.
Yeah, I was still team Sam Darnold when he was on the Jets. I was like, bro, give him a chance. And
the reality is, I think the three quarterbacks that the Niners have right now, which is wild, is that I think between Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, and Sam Darnold, I think all three of those guys, if you threw any of them in there for 17 weeks or for 17 games, I think they make the playoffs. I think every single one of those guys is talented enough that in that Shanahan system with the talent that's on that team, I think they're a playoff team no matter what.
Exactly. That's all the Niners have needed for so long. He's just a guy to be average, and they'll get to the playoffs. Like, Jimmy was an average, above average guy, and they got to the Super Bowl. You just need a guy that can come in and just play ball. Like, that was the whole Niners downfall last season. The quarterback goes down, and they have to have CMC or Josh Johnson come in, who Josh Johnson got knocked out too. They just need a guy to be in there and stay healthy and just be average, and they'll get to a good spot. Let's play a little game. I'm going to say a team name from the MLB, NFL, not NHL, won't throw that on us, but and you tell me, who do you think of when you think of that team? Ready?
Yeah, so the first
player that comes to mind. So it's not the best player, it's the first one that comes to mind.
All right.
Ready? LA Dodgers.
Clint Kershaw.
Joe Kelly. Oh, sorry, that one threw you off. Raiders.
Derek.
That's good. Ted Hendricks. A lot of it's going to be influenced on the games we play, I think. Steelers.
Ben.
Antonio Brown. Lakers.
Oh, man.
Wow, that really sucks. You said it.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
Well, it's because I was just watching the Lakers game last night, but in general, Kobe.
Well, but I heard Tyler go, after LeBron tied the game up, he said, he's the GOAT. Why'd I just say that? I'm sorry, Kobe. That's a real statement. Okay, Packers.
Aaron.
Brett Favre. Cowboys.
Tony Romo.
Zeke. Oh, that's weird. Warriors.
Steph.
KD. Now, the KD one's weird. Okay, hear me out.
All right.
Do you... we'll talk about it later. Yankees.
What? Oh, I was stuck on the KD thing. What?
That's okay. We can talk about KD. You want to talk about KD real quick?
No, I'd rather not.
Yeah, okay. Yankees.
Derek Jeter.
Babe Ruth.
Okay.
That's all I got. The KD one only stressed me out because I was like, is he gonna, like, what team is he gonna be from at the end of his career? Is he a warrior?
KD?
He's not a net.
No. I think of him as Thunder more than anything.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say I think of him as a Thunder, and that sounds really bad. So I don't know. I don't know the right way to say that. I think of him as Thunder.
A Bison? Yeah. What are they?
I say a team, you say who you think of, then you say a team, then I say who I
That's
think
good.
of. Something like that.
That's good. That's really I like that one.
Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
Giants. New York Giants.
Eli.
Wow, D-Hop is weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, D-Hop.
That one stressed me out.
D-Hop is a wild pick.
Yeah.
For the Cardinals. But I mean, if he's the first one because of mine, then he's the
well,
first one because of mine.
sorry, man. Give me one.
Jets.
Oh, Joe Namath. Texans.
David. Why was it Derek?
Derek's on your mind.
That was in the other multiverse.
Now, if I say Saints, are you say
Well,
Derek
I was
also?
just sending that Photoshop I found of remember
Oh,
I sent
yeah.
you the one a while ago of Derek as a Texan.
Uh-huh.
Orlando Magic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Joey, there's just nothing.
Well, I don't want to say the first one, Magic Johnson. Does that one hurt? Does that one hurt? Chargers.
Philip Rivers.
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Or
too.
LT, actually.
Because my brain first goes, here's this really random player. Wait, please don't say that. Here's a better player.
Yeah, mine immediately went Philip, then LT. But yeah, a lot of these, my mind is someone really random that just happens to be who I've been thinking of lately.
As soon as you said Raiders, I said, or Raiders came out, I said Cleveland Farrell in my head.
Well, good.
Future Niners Hall of Famer.
Miami Dolphins.
Can you? Oh, that's good. Dan Marino. Carolina Panthers.
Luke Kuechly.
That's a really good one. That's good. I would have said CMC, I think.
Yeah. Rams.
Oh, wow. Probably Matt Stafford.
Why is Todd Gurley the name that I thought of as I said it?
That's good. And that man just disappeared also.
No, he didn't disappear. He got them legs for not doing too good.